going to do that. Hello, Deborah from Oklahoma. Linda, what's up? What's up, Drew? I'm not up to anything special tonight other than showing off my new Trump 2020 shirt. Couldn't sleep and thought I would just see who else was up at this hour of the night and BS. Read the chat, and which I don't get to do when I'm doing the live show. Other people do that moderate it. And by the time I get around to being able to read it, most of the time the chat's not even there anymore. So anyhow, just something kind of cool to do. Kill some time tonight. Morning from Lafayette, Louisiana. What's up, Mel? I'm right down the street from you. We're in Lake Charles. And we have 2 tropical systems heading this way, if you haven't heard that yet. Hey, Shannon. What's up, girl? Yes, Mark. Up late tonight. Doug, check out Portland Andy live cam. I bet they're acting like idiots over there again. Thanks, Aaron. Hello from Oregon. Kevin, move. Call 1-800-U-Haul. Get the hell out of there. Actually, Oregon's not that bad. How's it going, Nancy? Dennis. Julie's in Texas. Right next door. We're in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Sharon, they put your message in timeout for me to... This is what my moderators would have to do. And your message is, who can sleep with all the Democrats spewing hate? Now, why would that go into being held for a moderator to look at? Anyhow, it's public now. Mark's working on his motorcycle. What kind of bike you got? Hello from Nevada. Got relatives out in Reno, or no, not Reno, in Vegas. I did wash my face, and very good, Jasper. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me of that. Ow, don't do that, girl. What's going on? You want to say hi? My Chupacabra wants to say hi. Okay, come here. They don't normally get to come in here when I'm on the computer. So this is something new going on with them. Hey. Hey, comb your hair. Come on, girl. Your face is starting to look like mine. You need to go to the groomer. You go to the groomer? Huh? Here, say hello. Speaking on that microphone right there. Say hi. Say hi. No? JB, did you do it? Who did it? Did you do it? She gets all still when she thinks she's in trouble for something. It's okay, girl. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm sure tomorrow you'll do plenty. All right, go play. Hello from Sacramento, California, Clayton Boyd. Clayton, you're in my old stomping grounds. That's where our National Guard headquarters was at when I was stationed in Stockton, California with the Army National Guard. So I've been to Sacramento many times. Bonnie's in South Cal. Patriot says, Civil War has begun. Federal troops threatened with arrest. Who did that? Mayor Lightfoot, I would imagine. Like to see them try that. That'd be funny. Uh-oh. They want to speak. Thank you, Valerie. I got this coffee cup from another broken egg in Pensacola, Florida. great, great restaurant. It is we love it. It's the best restaurant for breakfast, at least anywhere I've ever been to on planet Earth. And that's saying a lot because I've been at some really nice restaurants over in Europe and down in Hawaii and the islands. And this Broken Egg is a great place for breakfast. We go to Pensacola often. And in fact, we're gonna be buying a house in Pensacola in the very near future. Going back and forth. I'm not going to get rid of this one. We're going to keep this one. And eventually, one day, the final retirement will be in Pensacola. Mark B, that was my last duty station. Hi from San Diego. Scarecrow says we're in the beginning of a Civil War. Yep. John Lynch, Lafayette, Indiana. My wife and I were just tonight talking about My wife and I were talking just tonight about going to Indiana because we want to get another RV. We've gotten rid of two. We want to upgrade, and most of the RVs are built in Indiana. And then by the time they bring them down here, there's a shipping fee and all that stuff to get them down here. So why not just go to Indiana, pick out what we want directly from the factory, and then take a road trip, bringing it back to vacation, with the kids and the dogs. So never been to Indiana. So this would be new. It's one of the very few places across the country I haven't been to yet. Tucson, Arizona, and Purdue. I love Tucson. If for nothing else, the Pima Air Museum. I can spend days at the Pima Air Museum. I just never can get enough time there. That and the boneyard and driving around and looking at all the stuff out there. It's just amazing place. Good morning, Michael. Alan, how's it going? Alaska Wolf. Hi, Douglas from Seattle, Washington. What's it like up there tonight, man? It's got to be. I just caught earlier today, there was a little bit of footage on TV, and I was like, here we go again, like 54 days straight in a row of complete and utter chaos in the streets. I don't know. I don't get it. Flying Squirrel Gaming. Thank you, sir. Wow, chat just jumped. Thank you, Yoga Fish. Okay, so Alaska Wolf says, yeah, Seattle's a shithole, laugh out loud, and they block that. So this is something a moderator would do when I'm on my live show. They have to go in and find these and unblock them. So I will unblock it because I don't see anything wrong with that. Nancy Davis, do you have an address I can send a vid to? Yes. Go to douglasducote.com and you'll find the email address there to send anything directly to me, which basically is douglas@douglasducote.com. Snake Doc 067 is in Northland, Minnesota. Northland, Minnesota. Brother, those cities down there in Minnesota are looking bad right now. Taz, Liberal Oregon's Portland burning. It's a shame. It really is a shame what's happening. What's up, Tyler? Yeah, John, that's what we're here. There's a lot of factories up there in Indiana. There's like 7 or 8 where they build these travel homes, mobile pull behinds. That's what we're going to get. We're going to get not a fifth wheel, but right under it. Something around, we want to try and stay around 8,000 pounds. Comfortable enough for us, you know, the kids will have an area, the dogs will have a space. I say the kids. The kids won't necessarily be going anywhere with us. They have their own lives, but my son Michael, who's special needs, will, and he's with us, 24/7. He'll never ever leave home, so he has to have his own special place in the RV when we buy one. Sharon Rivez, I wonder when Newsom will start burning down California. I thought he's already done that. I mean, what else can he possibly do to destroy the state? I'm so glad I'm out of California, but I still have a lot of friends that stayed behind. And I wish they'd get out of there. I have family that's back there in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I don't, critter not laughing my ass off. That dog looks like a skin raccoon. I guess, yeah, kind of. I tell people it's a chupacabra, and then they're like, "Really? Wow! I've never seen a chupacabra in person." It's always a funny conversation, especially every time I take the dog to the vet. There's going to be some little old lady in there or some little old man that's going to, "Wow, what kind of dog is that?" I go, "It's not a dog. It's a chupacabra from Mexico." If you catch them when they're babies, then you can raise them as domestic pets. They believe that shit. And I go into this long, drawn-out story about going in the burrows in Mexico, out in the middle of the desert, and catching chupacabras to get a baby, and it's all bullshit. But they believe it. And then finally, at the end, I tell them it's actually a Chinese crescent. It is a dog, and they don't know because they've never seen one of those things before. No idea what it is. Thanks for coming on late, Doug. Anytime with Doug is good. Thank you, Jabro. Another California. Jim Barr says, I have the most important video ever for humanity to watch. Send it to Douglas at douglasducote.com. I'll check it out. And if it is, I'll put it on, brother. Joy Smith in North Central Missouri. Been in Missouri. Great place. Leonard Russo, Seattle won't be getting my summer vacation dollars this year. Yeah, they're not getting mine either. Okay, so here's some more stuff. They just put in, YouTube automatically put it into hold for what would be a moderator to verify if it's okay to be released so you can see it. Mark B, they flagged one of yours, and you said Newsom and his anti-Nazi Pelosi are both trans. I agree. I don't see no reason for that to be hidden, so there, it's posted. Benny Maybe says at Douglas Ducote, I really like the Hughes 500D helicopter. Sir, I'm a retired AMP mechanic. Why would YouTube put that, not let it be seen? It just doesn't make any sense. So now, bam, everybody can see it. Hughes 500 is a great aircraft. Never had the opportunity to work on one, never had the opportunity to fly on one. Most of my helicopters, I started on the Huey, the UH-1H Huey, and then the Chinooks. I was a flight engineer on both the CH-47C model and the CH-47D model. And in the Air Guard, I was on H-860G in a search and rescue unit. And that's basically a Black Hawk with a external fuel boom on it for aerial refueling capability. anything that the Coast Guard couldn't get to out at sea because they don't have aerial refueling capability, anything past their fuel limit, and that's fuel limit going out and being able to come back, anything that's going to be past that, then that's what we would go do. And I had more scary times doing that than I did in Middle Eastern combat flight, because they, the rescue units live by this motto, the things we do so others may live. And that is a very true statement. That is their motto. And they don't care what the weather conditions are like. They don't care how far out it is. They're going. They're going. If you ever see the movie The Perfect Storm, that was a real incident. It really happened with this fishing boat, and a real incident of what really happened with the helicopter. That's the same type helicopter that I was on. And the weather was so bad in this storm that they couldn't hook up to the C-130 to get their fuel, and they had to ditch out in the sea. So when I left that unit, I was my nerves were shot. I after 3 years, I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Plus, we'd have aircraft that in the Army, the same thing wrong with it would be grounded until it got fixed, where they were like, oh, hell with it. Put some tape on it and go. There's a life that needs to be rescued out there. Shit. I have in my office a souvenir that I know most of you guys are probably going to be bored to death with me going there. Now he's got me talking about aviation. But let me show you this. This is my Air Guard door stopper, I guess you'd call it, because that's all it's worth. Here we go. So we had a mission to go out. It was some ungodly amount, 1,000 miles out in the Pacific Ocean to rescue this guy on a ship that was dying. And when we did the pre-flight on the helicopter, this is what the swash or the hub sits on top of the Black Hawk, or in our case, a Nighthawk, and it rides up and down on this. And right here, if you can see that, is this smooth surface chipped away. There's a chip right there. And the internal part that slides on this has Teflon, is what's made on the inside of it. So Teflon slides on this piece. And when I went to the manual to find out how much damage you can have here and still be safe to fly, the manual basically said, none. You can't have any damage to this. Ground the aircraft. Because eventually that could peel off more and eventually tear that Teflon up, start a vibration in the head, and then your whole shit's going to come apart while you're flying it, if enough vibration is caused. And I went, we can't take this one. And they went, we don't have a choice. And a guy way above my rank went and signed it off for a one-time flight, to do a one-time flight to rescue this guy. And then when we came back, we'd ground the aircraft and fix that. I was like, this is crazy. We're putting we could lose. So when we go out, you had a pilot, you had a co-pilot, you had at least 2, sometimes 3 pararescue guys with us, the flight engineer, the crew chief. And if it's in a combat situation, we're like rescuing a down pilot in a combat situation, then we also have gunners on board, 2 gunners. But in this case, you take those 2 gunners off. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lives could be lost, and this multi-million-dollar helicopter to go try and save one guy way out in the ocean. And we did it on a wing and a prayer, as they say. And he's alive today. But all indications said don't fly that helicopter. It's not maintenance ready because of that problem. So anyhow, I kept that. They couldn't do anything with it other than destroy it. So I was like, I want it to remind me of the time that, you know, I went and did something that none of us should have done because it was unsafe. But I didn't have I guess I did have a choice. You know, I could have said, I'm not going. And who knows what the repercussions of that would have been. But I sucked it up, and the rest of the crew was like, let's do it. And so we did. Okay, I'm done talking about helicopters. Sorry about that, guys. Brendan White, you still have Mr. Peanut. I do still have Mr. Peanut. Sir Peanut. Peanut, where you at? Come here, Peanut. Where's Peanut? Come here. Ah, there he is. There he is. Say hi to all the people on YouTube. That's Sir Peanut. Yeah. Sir Peanut's the old man in the house. Yeah. I think he's, what are you, Peanut? In human life, I think you're 65. Yeah. You're still a baby to me. You're still a baby to me. And we've already talked to the president about putting little bitty flap doors at the bottom of the walls every few miles so that your families can continue to come to America because we can't have enough chihuahuas. So those flap doors are being installed, buddy. Okay. Now you can go to sleep. Dream about those doors and, I don't know, your great-great-grandfather or something. I actually did a YouTube video. Man, this chair is not working right. I did a YouTube video 2 years ago, maybe. It's still up with Sir Peanut. And the entire video was talking about the wall and putting these little flap doors in so his families can go back and forth. And I don't think it got 2,000 views. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was just going to go viral. It was the funniest damn thing when I made it. And then it wasn't moving. And then my wife watches it and she's like, this isn't funny. And I'm like, yeah, how's that not funny? Putting little flap doors every few miles along the wall so that the Chihuahua family can come back and forth. And I guess my sense of humor is different than a lot of people's. Let's see, what else just got held? Okay, so here's one from Scarecrow Channel. He says, shit up Southern California boys will fight you like hell. They ain't gonna be doing none of that. I'm not exactly sure what that means the way it's worded, but I don't see a reason for YouTube to have hit it. So boom, it's now active. Here's another one. Christy Quilter. My 25-year-old son supports Trump, but my oldest is married and him and his wife are dumb. Laugh out loud. I don't know why they hid that, but here now it's active so people can see it. I've pretty much, let me put it like this. Any of my family members that aren't supporting Trump will not let me know about it. Let's just leave it at that. That's never going to happen. All right. That happened this last go around. And, well, y'all all know I'm not politically correct. Love my family to death, but I don't like playing with that shit. Okay, here's another one. Nancy Davis says Portland is a shithole, rotting every night. Yes, it is. And why did they put it for review? So it's active now. Flying Squirrel says, check out my deep dive truth video. Okay. I don't know why that's hidden. I don't mind it being shown. I don't mind people going and checking out your video. Flying Squirrel Gaming. Check out his deep dive truth videos. Let's see. What else, if anything, got flagged? Yeah, here's one from Kevin Sutter. It says, yep, they are. Might go to Texas, have family. Oregon is a great state. Just need to get the libtards recalled or voted out. Why is that hidden for review? No, it's not. It's up for review. I mean, it's up to be shown. That looks like nothing else is being held at the moment. So let's see where we're at down here. Sharon Moats, I'm going to Bonner Springs in a few weeks. Are you talking about the one in Florida where you can dive in the springs? Is that the one you're referring to? Or is that somewhere else? Because I've been to the one in Florida where you can dive in the springs, and it's so gorgeous. Patriot says we need more of the, we need to move to the hills of Tennessee. Yeah. I've got several of my friends that are up in Tennessee in the Nashville area that are country music performers. And we're actually have been talking about buying some land in the hills away from everything, putting in some underground bunkers, things that I don't have the money to do, but I have the weapons technology and the weapons and the ammo and the security type things that I can provide to help secure the perimeters and whatnot. And so that's actually a plan that's being looked at kind of seriously. And we're not just talking about there. We're also talking about some other locations too, between here and there and out towards more towards the Florida Gulf Coast area where you can get land a whole lot cheaper. And, you know, it's something we may be able to pull off. I hope we do. I'm all for that. I wish everybody could do that, you know, but sadly we can't. Valerie Rogers, I live in Mississippi and I'm quite familiar with Pensacola. We love it down there. Julie says, what kind of dog ID that? I would assume you're talking about the chupacabra. That wasn't a dog. That was a chupacabra from Mexico. You go out there during chupacabra season. You can't shoot them, but you can reach into the holes in the ground where they keep them in the dens when they're first born and take them out from their mother. And then you can raise them as domestic pets. And then you have a chupacabra in your house. Just kidding. It's a dog. It's a Chinese crescent. They got hair only on the top of their head, their paws, and the bottom of their feet, or yeah, their paws. I said that. Their tail, their head. This one, for some reason, also grows hair on her face and a little bit over her back hind leg areas. So we have to trim that up whenever we take her to the groomer. But they're very, very lovable dog, and they become very attached to one person in the house. And in this case, it happens to be me. Aaron says, Bonner Springs, I live in Cape Coral. Very cool. Kevin Sutter, he wrote a 400 Yamaha special from Oregon to Wyoming and back in the day. Yeah, I did stupid stuff like that too in the day. That was a long drive and it kicked your ass. But we were young and we didn't care. Pepper Salt, hello from Central California. Love your show. Why is Twitter shutting you down? Thank you first. And Twitter banned me for life because AOC sent out a message to Trump that was very rude. It was uncalled for. It was obnoxious, and it was a lie. And many people were slamming her for this. And all I did was I typed out, how many Tide Pods did you eat today to come up with this type of comment? And they said I was promoting suicide because if she was to eat Tide Pods, it would kill her. And so because I was promoting suicide, they banned me for life. And I actually got a message, you're banned for life. And I've tried to go back. We tried to start just a Douglas Ducote show, and they're able to track where the IP address is coming from. We try to do it on our phones. We try to use different email addresses and do it through iPads, and they find it and shut it down every time. But there's a guy there that's using my exact name, Douglas M. Ducote Sr. He's using my pictures that he's gotten off my social media sites, except in the pictures, he draws hair on my head and puts me in glasses and Fu Manchu and just stupid shit. And basically, he's pretending to be me as a Democrat and a liberal trashing the Republican Party. There's nothing I can do anymore about it because I'm no longer allowed on Twitter. But I tell everybody, if you go check out his channel, report it because, what he's doing is not right. Then I went to my own personal Facebook wall, not my American Patriot by the Grace of God, not the Douglas Ducote Show page, but my own personal Facebook page, and said to my friends, you're not going to believe what Twitter did to me today. They banned me for saying this to AOC. And I posted that. And within, I'm going to say 30 minutes, I was banned for 30 days. And they even told me this time what it was for. And it was for promoting hate speech against Twitter. Kid you not. I was like, damn it if you do, damn it if you don't. Can't win. It's their platform. Look what YouTube's doing to me. Look at my subscriber count. If you've been around, follow me for a while, it should be about 500,000 right now. Every time it gets up to 140,000, they start taking them away in blocks of 100, 150, 200 at a time, just like that. They unsubscribe the people to bring the numbers back down to 135 or less. And then it starts building back up again, and then they drop it back down again. They won't let the channel grow. And I know they're unsubscribing to people because I have people tell me all the time in the chat, dude, I keep getting unsubscribed to you. They send me email messages. I'm being unsubscribed to you all the time. My own family's coming up to me. My son will walk up to me and go, Dad, check this out. I'm unsubscribed again. And we go in there and we click subscribe and we ring the little bell, and it's okay, son, you're good to go. And, a few days later, hey, Dad, did you put out a video today? Yeah. I didn't get a notice. I wonder why. Well, let's go check. You go over to this page, he's unsubscribed. And then YouTube sends out to us, our YouTube, as a YouTube creator, a message telling us what they're going to do, telling us that they're going to be purging fake accounts. So we will see our numbers drop. So you're telling me that my parents' account is fake, my wife's account is fake, all three of my kids' accounts are fake. I've got cousins, I've got aunts, I've got uncles that have all told me the exact same thing. I keep being unsubscribed. And I can't even begin to tell you how many people have said this in chat or sent it in emails going, what can I do? How can I fix this? Well, you can't. You just got to, if you haven't heard from me in or just put it this way, every other day, go to my channel. And if you see something new, then that you get noticed for, then look and you'll see you're unsubscribed and then resubscribe again. That's there's nothing else I can tell you. I don't know if any liberals or Democrats are doing this too, but I know of a lot of Republicans are doing it too, and conservatives. And I put up today, and go check this out in my community section. Let's see. In my community section, I put a letter that I got back from YouTube explaining, answering my question for starters. And it was, okay, it's the one with Steve Harvey's face. And I was asking a question about the numbers not jabbing. And they said that it was a glitch in the system. They fixed it, and they fixed my channel, which they did not. I didn't get the 4,000 subscribers back. But then they went on to say that just to let you know, and why can't I get this to read more? There we go. Let's see. They went on to say, during this challenging time, talking about COVID-19, our automated systems will start removing some content without human review. The effort is so that we can continue to act quickly to remove offending content and protect our ecosystem. As our systems review more content, you may see more videos removed, including some videos that might not violate YouTube community guidelines. We will not issue strikes for this content that we remove, except where we have a high confidence that it was violated. If you think that your content was removed in error, you can appeal the decision. Keep in mind, our workforce is not around due to COVID-19, and it could be weeks or months before your video ever gets put back up again. So basically, this is them letting me know, and like I say, you can go read it in the community section. It's posted there, letting me know that they're just going to start randomly, they're going to put in code words is what they're going to do in their computer system. That code word might be Trump. If you say something about, if you say the word Trump, the video will be removed. If you say AOC, the video will be removed. If you say Muslim, the video will be removed. If you say Antifa or Black Lives Matter in a negative way, the video will be removed. And no human person is going to be doing it. The computer will be doing it. And then you have to appeal it and wait 3, 4, 5 months, or whenever COVID-19 is over with, to get your stuff back. So my days on YouTube are very limited. That's for damn sure. If you haven't been to DouglasDucote.com, please go there and sign up with your newsletter, for the newsletter, because that's where the stuff will be in the very near future. What are you going to do? Can't find them, you know? Benny Mabe, Douglas, you have beautiful pets, but I'm a kitty cat man. I'm looking forward to getting a Siamese kitten cat. Very cool. I've had a Siamese kitten one years and years ago. I've had a lot of cats, actually. But today it's dogs. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Well, this, I don't know how my moderators keep up with this. Oh, but I just found some stuff that got hidden again. Raggedy Man said, so it's another case, basically, your kind isn't welcome here. Holy shit, civil rights violation. I don't know what that means, and I don't see a reason why that should have been flagged. Uh, Even if you are possibly making fun of me, I don't know. So I'll make it active because I don't care. I don't know what that means, Jeffro, but I'm going to let it go because it's not affecting me. Valerie Rogers says, my husband had a saying back in the day. It was young, dumb. Yes. That was me, Valerie. And I know why they hid this, and I'm going to let it be shown because it's funny. That's great. I love that. All right, let's see. Somebody else down here got blocked. Oh, man. I'll be damned. My wife is in the chat. Real life with MD. Obviously, I'm talking too loud. The bedroom is on the other side of the house, and the door's closed. Or she might have just turned over and looked at her thing and her phone and saw it was on. And went, what's he doing up at this hour? Why is he not in bed? She she has this thing all the time where she'll say, I'll say, hey, look, if you don't need anything right now, I need to go get on the computer. And she goes, yeah, I know, Doug. You got to go see your fans. I understand. That's fine. Go see your fans, Doug. We're fine. I cook dinner by myself, and I think afterwards I'm going to mop and sweep the floor, and I'm going to do some laundry. And but you just go make sure your fans are happy. And she's joking, but it's just funny when she does it. Chris Law, your wife rocks. Yeah, she does. No, Ladybug. It's the other way around. I'm an alpha male. I saw somebody did a super chat. I wanted to thank them for it, and now I don't see it. Okay, here's another one that got flagged by YouTube from Shannon. Shannon Motes. It says, oh my God, AOC doesn't even know how to work a garbage disposal. She has to be the dumbest person in the world. Well, it shows that Twitter knows AOC is too stupid to know not to eat Tide Pods. Well, they were probably, you're right. Okay, I give it to you. That's why I got banned, because she probably would have done some shit like that. So I will make this active. Let's see. Oh, I see my wife has popped in as an admin, and she's banning a couple of people. Okay, let me see if this is who she banned before I let them back in. I don't think so, but I don't see anything wrong with this. Hey, liberals snack on Tide Pods. That's good with me. Where else? AOC is a piece of shit. Her mother should be slapped for giving birth to her. I can see why they... Hold on. Oh, it's the wife calling. Let's see why did that happen? Don't want that to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, y'all be quiet. Turn the music down. Turn the music down. Hey, baby. Oh, okay. 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 So me and the boys, we just stopped off at the library. It's open right now. They're doing late night hours, and so we're gonna look up some information about a car that we're gonna be working on soon. And then we thought we would swing by. Thought we'd swing by and just do a little prayer at the church because it's getting closer to Sunday, and we're good Christian men, and we don't do anything wrong when we're away from our wives at 1:52 in the morning, and we haven't had anything to drink, so you're good there. And so I'll see you shortly. I love you. Bye. She's up the other in the house. She knows I'm down here. All right. She said, scroll down lower. Doug, pass the whiskey. Yeah, Michael. I got plenty of it here. I don't drink that much anymore. Anyone know what troops are going to do to rioters and ravage dim cities? Right now, they're sending in just federal authorities that are like SWAT team people for the FBI and Homeland Security, those type folks. So it will look like military people. They're going to be in military looking equipment, but it's not. It's federal SRT teams, basically. Mark B, I'm wearing khakis. That's what I should have said to her. What are you wearing? Chris Law, what's up? Janet says, that's something I would do to my husband. I love your wife. She's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. Stefan says, love helicopter stories. Thanks, Doug. Rotor paper for number 45. Cold Mobile War. Even a scenario, 3 reads. Cool. Yep, Drew, they sure have. View. Let me see what that says. All right. Okay, guys. There's a lot of women. If you haven't noticed this, it's in the chat, and a lot of my fan base or subscriber base or whatever you want to call people that come here. There are some things that are a little over the top, so kind of be a gentleman when you're chatting, I guess, and that wouldn't have got caught. It's funny, all right, and we're just guys chatting. I wouldn't, there wouldn't be a problem with it. Uh-oh. Marilyn said, come to bed. Thomas Dog, what do Walmart's new door people dress like contractors, khaki and black? I don't have no idea. I didn't notice that. Shannon, what are you pushing here? Patriot women are my type. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, Bobby. Mark B, we might both be heading to bed here shortly. Patriot women, very sexy. Yes. Just look at them. Look at any patriot gathering and the women there, and look at the left gatherings with the Antifa and the Black Lives Matter and all those anti-Trump protesters. Ugh. Alan says, my girlfriend was just in here while I was writing that email to you. Laugh out loud. I can't wait to read the email. This is funny. Phil C. AOC is so stupid she tried to kill a bird by throwing it off a cliff. Angel in the Woods. What do you think about Planet X coming through in September? I have no idea what that is reference to, Planet X. I will write that down, and it looks like something that maybe I should look up. Planet X, September. Yeah, Michael, they're doing the same thing here. We can't walk into they closed all our bars back down in Louisiana. Restaurants can only be half capacity again. And you have to wear a mask while you're waiting for your table. But once you get to your table, you can take your mask off. If you have to get up and go to the bathroom and walk by everybody, you don't have to have your mask on. But you have to have the mask to get in the restaurant. Chris Law says, hearing some restaurants are requiring your address to track. Well, they would, if you pay with a credit card, they're going to have that. Oh, I got something funny for you guys. You're going to love this. A friend of mine who likes to go over there and frequently screw with this idiot sent me this today. So the guy, Dougie Ducote Clown, that puts out 1 to 2 videos a day since January, trashing me and claiming I'm a liar and all this. You know, he's a huge far left liberal Democrat. He hates Trump. He hates everybody that supports Trump. But every day just sits there for like 5 minutes and talks trash about me. All right. So if you've been to his channel, you already know what he basically looked like, which is, here's a good one. That's that's basically what he looked like. Okay. His teeth are all rotting out. He's just He's horrible. And of course, we found out who he really was. We found out his real name. We found out his address. And we just leave that at that. So then I get this message from a friend of mine that took a screenshot of him today on a video about me. And the message said, the dickhead shaved his pubes. And then my wife says, hell, he wants to be you. Look, oh my God, Doug. You know, everybody's always over there going, what is your obsession with Doug Ducote? I mean, dude, I find it funny. Although some of the things he's done is above and beyond what's legal by laws in America. So we have attorneys that are working on that, and we're going to slap him down bigger than the state of Dallas. But the problem is with COVID-19 right now, there's nothing moving in the court systems, especially not a slander case, slander defamation case. That ain't going in any courthouse anytime soon. So, you know, but we're ready for it. All the wheels are in motion. Matter of fact, today, sometime today, I will be talking to the Arkansas State Attorney General, who is aware of what's going on with this freak. So it's going to get interesting. Looking forward to it. Thank you for the donation, Drew. Tess says, just watch Portland mayor get trounced. He and security had to hide in city building. Really? I did not watch Glenn Beck tonight. Sounds interesting. It was about Muslims and Black Lives Matter. Okay. Bobby says, do your followers know Jesus is real? Laughing my ass off. How do you know Jesus isn't real? Well, let me sum it up for you like this. It's called faith. That's where it's at, brother. Bobby could be a girl too, so I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but I was raised Catholic, so that means I'm a recovering Catholic. I'm now a spiritual person today. I still believe in God. I still believe probably a quarter of what the Catholics taught me to be real, because I can see it in archaeology discoveries. But do I personally believe everything that was written in the Bible to be the actual word of God as described by a bunch of different people over a bunch of different periods of time? Well, look at it like this. If you knew nothing at all about the Bible, nothing at all about God, nothing about Jesus, no religious training or background at all, and somebody came to you and handed you the Bible and said, read this, it's true, you would read that and go, get out of here. I mean, seriously. No different than if God came back today. If Jesus appeared today, they would arrest him. They'd say some kook, because what's this guy walking around in sandals and a robe and a beard or whatever he looks like? Who knows? Okay. We know what it predicts him as, but We don't know. We don't know. We have faith that there is a God, that there's going to be something else after we leave here when our time on earth is done. We have faith that we're going to rejoice and we're going to be with our loved ones that have gone before us. When you lose faith, then what stops you from just doing whatever the hell you want to do? Really? I mean, think about it. For a lot of people, especially like myself, a lot of people in my age bracket, let's say, I'm 58, military background, law enforcement background, and in the political realm now, and seeing what's happening in the world, my faith keeps me from killing some of these people. And that's the God's honest truth, because my faith says that that's not my job to do unless it's self-defense or in a military situation or a law enforcement situation where you have to save your own life. But if I didn't have faith and I didn't believe there was someplace else where we need to be good in life to get there, then I'd have long been out there taking some people down. And I know a lot of other people just like me would have done the same thing. All right. So faith keeps us from doing just that. And so that's why I like to tell people, I don't push my religion on anyone. I don't push my beliefs on anyone. At the same time, I don't want people pushing their beliefs on me. I don't want to hear Muslims telling me I need to read the Quran. I've already read the Quran. I read the Quran for a reason. And that was because of my Middle Eastern tours and needing to understand, if you don't get into the mindset of your enemy, then you're basically that's not how you fight a battle. To fight a battle and win, you need to know who your enemy is. You need to know how they think. You need to understand their ideology. And once you do that, it'll scare the shit out of you. Trust me. And so, I have faith that there's something bigger and there is a God. And I say my prayers and I pray for those that need it. And that's all I can do. Keep living my life the best that I possibly can for my family and for my fellow mankind. And I treat everybody, no matter what race you are, no matter what religion you are, no matter where you came from, whether you grew up in the poorest, the Ninth Ward in New Orleans, or the Bronx in New York, or the boroughs of Tijuana, okay, or with a silver spoon in your mouth. I treat everybody with the same respect until they show different. If they can't give it back, then fuck them. I don't care. It's a totally different ball game at that point. And I've accepted. I'm sorry, I made a mistake, and I've had people do the same thing for me. When I said, "Hey, I'm sorry for what I did or what I said, or I shouldn't have went there." Vice versa. It's a two-way street in human life. But today, I do the best I can to help my fellow mankind and animals. I'm a big animal lover. Big in adopting animals from shelters that are about to be put down because there's nobody getting them, nobody coming to adopt them. And I take them in and put them on Facebook and try and find them a forever home. That's the kind of heart I have, So anyhow, didn't mean to go off on tangent about faith, but it is what it is. Lori Miller, I feed stray cats. So do we. Lynn B, we're the souls written about in Revelations. Generations before us were taught lessons about us and learned their lessons through the prophecies taught about us. Who are the ancient ones? Us or them? Bobby, 50 cats outside, and I agree. Bobby, that's too many cats. Send some cats over to me. My wife loves cats. You send 25 cats, and she'll take care of them. Yes, animals don't stab you in the back. You're right. Oh, sorry, your cat disappeared. Johnny Chimpo, they blocked you for some reason. I'm unblocking you. I don't understand why they got blocked. Nicholas, thanks, Doug. Thanks for pushing the envelope. Well, thank you for recognizing that. Sadly, that envelope's about to rip. And, there's not much I can do about it. I'm playing on their battleground. Google and YouTube is fixing to here's my guess. By October 1st, give or take a few days, I don't believe you will find a single conservative or Republican that talks about the things I talk about, which are unedited facts and not politically correct, left on YouTube. I believe we will be removed. Or every time we put a video up, they take it down. In fact, they did. We talked about that in the beginning of tonight's little chat we started here. Go look at my community section at the letter they sent me. I posted it yesterday. Letter in response to something that was going on, and they're going to start taking our shit down. Oh, Mark, yeah, I get that. I hate that when I do that. Nicholas says Facebook jail has had me for 29 days for my opinion on socialism, no Sharia law, no Islam. Yeah, I just got out of a 24-hour hold on Facebook jail today. James Knox says, my husky moose literally saved my life, pulled my head from under the water. Wow, that's cool. Sounds like something we can make a movie about. Lewis Miller, Douglas, do you think if they steal the election, Republicans will fight back? That's a great question. I think we're going to be forced to fight back. That's what I think. There's too many people right now on the left that are dangerous. And they don't even want Joe Biden. In fact, They don't want law enforcement, and they don't want a president. They want to. They don't care for the Democrat Party or the Republican Party. I don't know the answer yet for election night, but I'll be talking about that a lot as we get closer, if I'm still able to be on YouTube, because I have a lot of opinions on what people need to do to be ready for it. A lot of opinions. And I hope people listen to me when I put it out there. All right, here's some more things just got blocked. Tim Lanning said, keep kicking ass. Thank you, Tim. And they blocked you for doing it, so I unblocked you. Johnny Chippo said, dumb kids need their ass kicked. Laugh out loud. They blocked you. You're unblocked. I'm so sick of these freaking Nazis. KL says, I'm in Washington. I personally have not spotted a mask. If asked to put one on, I politely say I have a medical exemption. Overdone, can't ask why, can't say shit. I will starve before wearing a mask. For whatever reason, they blocked that, so I'm unblocking it. I think that's everything that was recently blocked. What time is it? Been doing this for an hour and 12 minutes, and I told my wife I'd be on for about 30 minutes. She's probably sleeping. Walter McLean, training from a foreign country, scuba diving. I was in a scuba diving platform communicating with people on what would be done correctly, and this white guy just didn't like my long message. Okay. I'm a paddy diver, a C card. Scooter Bomb, no matter who wins the election, it will be contested and riots could get out of control. You're right. Johnny says, I think the battle zones have already been chosen. The mobs always form in the same places. Yep. Can't see woman. That's freaking funny. All right, what's this? Here's something else got flagged. Tim Lanning, I thank you for your service and your kicking ass. They blocked that. Now it's unblocked. Thank you, sir. People on the left call me a racist Nazi because I support Trump. They blocked that, Patriot. Now I'm unblocking it. Man, I'm so sick of them doing this shit. Okay, so I don't know how I pronounce this. Gristel Maldonado. I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry. Says something that I've heard a lot of people talking about, and I don't know, but it says they're going to turn the power grids off in November. Get ready. I give you a little insight on what I've heard, and that is that it's not going to be an intentional thing by authorities. It's going to be something done by the radical left. Thank you, Star. Yes, Nancy, we do. Yes, Jazz Guy, they will. That's interesting. Conservative Sniper Hunter. I hear that some people are getting Listeria from wearing face masks because of the bacteria that builds up on them. I've not heard that, but that's something I want to look into. That's interesting. LAST ERIA. Lynn B says, why are they shutting the power grid down in November? They are the far left. And I think that's one of their tactics to block out the cities and stop communication, and they can just go start burning shit down. That's why I think they're going to do it. Okay, John Arthur Lawrence says, hey, brother, how's it going? I just noticed who that was. I have no idea how I remember this, but I think I remember you from one of my NTC rotations from either second AD or first cab at the Dust Bowl. It's possible, brother, because when I was in 6 Air Cav at Fort Hood, we did, oh, geez. When we came back from Desert Storm, we did 6 back-to-back NTC rotations to support First Cav. It was stupid. We were just done with that crap. It was way too much, especially after what we had already been through. So it's very possible. Yes, Nancy, they are. Tim Lanning, do you like any of the NOLA bands? I don't have a particular band in the city that I like, but I love New Orleans blues, South blues, Southern rock, as well as New Orleans jazz. The problem is, thank you for the super chat. Irishman. Vicky Valkyrie Irishman. I think that's how that's pronounced. I'm sorry if I screwed that up. Okay, everyone needs to watch Glenn Beck's program. It was on tonight about how Black Lives Matter started, and now the Muslim group Karen Tlaib are joining Black Lives Matter. And somebody mentioned that about Glenn Beck's program earlier today, and I'll have to check that out tomorrow. So anyhow, back to New Orleans. It's a city that I grew up in as a kid. I'm originally from Baton Rouge, so I was born in Baton Rouge. Spent most of my teenage years in New Orleans partying. I started skydiving in Covington, which is right across the Lake Pontchartrain. Started skydiving there when I was 16 years old. And every night, Saturday night, after we tied the planes down at night, we drank beer, had a crawfish bowl, and then we'd all go across the bridge, the causeway into New Orleans, and and hit the bars. So I grew a liking to that type of music, and that atmosphere down there is great. I still love it to this day, but the problem is you can't go down there anymore unless you're packing. And but the way the law is written right now in Louisiana, you can't bring a weapon into a bar. Only the criminal can bring a weapon into the bar and shoot and kill people. And now people are being shot and killed on Bourbon Street itself, right there in the French Quarter. It's no longer just kept away in the Ninth Ward. It's happening right there in the tourist area. And I'm not going down there until they get that shit under control. Yes, Peggy, it's hard to keep up with the live chats. I don't do this. When I do my live show, I've got moderators that do that. There's no way for me to do the show and read that. And so every now and then, I don't know, once a month, once every 2 months, I come on and do what I'm doing right now and just try and not do a show on anything in particular, just answer questions and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, which is what I'm doing right now. And it's just rolling by. A very fast thing. Let's see. Lee King said, grew up in Biloxi, Mississippi. We partied in New Orleans, quite going in the 80s. I probably pass you on the street. I started in Covington in 1978. So from 1978 to 1985, which is when I went into the military, religiously every Saturday night, just about, I was down in the Quarter. There was a place down there called the Dream Palace. And a guy by the name of Alan, what was Alan's last name? Drawing a blank on his last name. Guy named Alan, we called him French Quarter Alan. He owned that bar, the Dream Palace, and he was a skydiver. And he didn't charge us. Our drinks were free. In return, the guy who ran our drop zone, Chuck Leonard, allowed him to have all of his skydives free. He didn't pay to skydive. And then we'd go there, and, it wasn't too many of us that hit the place, but, a good group of 10 or 15 people. And we would start there until everybody had a few in them, and then, go hit other places on the strip. Tim Lanning, who will be Biden's VP? Okay. I'm going to tell you, I don't know who his VP is going to be. All right. I do know this. I think there is only one person that he could pick that would allow him to have a ticket with that person to beat Trump. And that person supposedly is not even being considered. He's already admitted that it will be a female. Okay. Now, it's already proven to the world, anybody that watches anything Joe Biden does right now, any of his speeches, of course, most of them are on the internet because of COVID. He does a lot of stuff on Zoom and interviews people like Hillary. He was interviewing Hillary the other day, and Hillary's talking, and he falls asleep while she's talking. He's out. I I mean, he's not there. He has some type of a serious problem. Not making fun of people with mental problems. Please don't misunderstand. I have traumatic brain injury. My son was born with mental problems. He's special needs, but it's very easy to recognize, I guess is a way of putting it. And he has something wrong. I would guess it's possibly dementia that's setting in, because he gets lost in what he's trying to say. He forgets things in the middle of a sentence. It's very, the guy can't do a 5-minute interview without the thing being a jumbled up mess. I mean, like, it's bad. It's really, really bad. And the Dems know that. So they know he has to have somebody that will be able to replace him really soon if he does win, because he's not going to make it. They're going to have to take him out if he does win. So they need a vice president that will, A, be able to handle being the president, and at the same time, be able to bump the ticket up enough to get the left and the Democrats to vote for that ticket with Biden at the head. So when we get into the actual debates between Biden and Trump, and by then he will have picked who it's going to be. The whole world now will, even if they just do it via Zoom for the debates, or have them in an auditorium with nobody in it but the TVs, or the people, the moderators, the host doing whether it's Fox or MSNBC or CNN moderating it, whoever happens to be. Trump will wipe the floor with him because he's not mentally fit. They're too late in the game to switch. That's their guy. All the ones that they claim they're looking at, none of those will work. None of those will allow him to beat Donald Trump. So here's my worst nightmare. And it's a woman that is getting a hell of a lot of free press right now. She's popping up on every store you go into. If there's a magazine rack in a CVS or Walgreens or in Walmart, or you go into a bookstore, Books A Million, look what's displayed right up front. And she's also on speaking tours all over the place. You guessed it yet? She meets 3 criteria. She's a woman, which is what he wants. She's black. And what else? Oh, highly educated, and has already lived in the White House for 8 years as the First Lady. Michelle Obama is my worst nightmare. And if I was still in the Democrat Party, and for those of you that don't know, I used to be a Democrat, I would be doing the same thing that a lot of other Democrats are saying right now, and that is Michelle has to be on that ticket, because there's no other way for them to win back 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. They put Michelle Obama on that ticket, and I'm sorry, I don't think we will be able to get the electoral votes that we need in the same areas because of her name is so powerful with the Democrats and the liberals. It's almost like the Clinton name was back in the 80s, okay, in the 90s. They had that dynasty going, okay, just like the Kennedys, just like the Bushes. Well, this is the Obamas. And I think she is going to be the ace in their hole that they throw out at the very last second. And it's going to just take the world by surprise. That's my worst case scenario. And it's the only logical thing, speaking as a recovering Democrat, I know they're thinking it. I know they're thinking it. There's no doubt about it at all. So we'll see. Lewis Miller, cop killing, whites as targets, Christians as targets. They flagged that. I'm going to let it come in. You're right. They are. What do we have? John Arthur said Bernie lost his cloud. I don't even know what John said. I don't even need to read it. It's coming in. John, you're there, brother. I know you didn't say anything bad about me, so I'm just going to keep strolling through this. Failed abortion. What a name. Did y'all see the BLM guy kneeling on the white baby's neck today? Okay. That's my show tonight. Oh, yes, and it got blocked, but I'll go ahead and let it in. My show tonight, the Douglas Ducote show tonight. If y'all haven't heard about this yet, there is you know how they have all these challenges that start up on social media, you know, the ice bucket challenge, or, you know, you name it, the Eating Tide Pod challenge they had. There's a George Floyd challenge. Put a knee to someone's neck. And then the black people are doing it to white people. And some against their will. And some in this one case, and they have got the guy in custody as we speak, and he will be charged with a felony crime. They have a white baby, and the baby is face down. Somebody's holding the baby's hands behind its back. Its head's turned, and there's another black guy with his knee on that little baby's neck. I'll be honest, when I saw that, all I could picture was that son of a bitch at the end of my 357 Magnum. I'd have shot him fucking dead right there on the spot if I'd have seen that and been there. I go to fucking jail, whatever. Do the crime, I'll pay the time. Because that fucking thug never needs to be out of a jail cell again in his life. But that's part of what the show is going to be about tonight, the Douglas Ducote show. I'll say tonight because it's already 2:40 in the morning. I don't think it'll be Hillary, Shannon. If the choice was Michelle Obama or Hillary, I hope it's Hillary, because I think Trump will still sweep that floor. Her bags are too tainted. They will vote. The blacks will vote for Michelle because she's black. Same reason they voted for Obama. But they didn't vote for him because he was the right candidate. They voted for him because, and same thing the left did. Same thing, the white left and white Democrats voted for Obama because he could talk good and he was a black guy. that was half white. And it's going to be a mess, whatever. It's going to be a mess. Scrolling down here, some more stuff blocked. Kurnan, I think she's too busy pegging her bitch Brock. Yeah. That got blocked. I'm going to unblock it because that shit's funny. Any person that would do that to a child should be destroyed. Yes, they blocked that. I'm going to unblock that. Oh, shit. A whole bunch of stuff's getting blocked now. Obama likes men, not lady men. Okay. Unblocked. Michelle is a total racist. Unblock. You're right, Lynn. Shannon Motes. Doug, Michelle has a sax, though her bags are taken too. They blocked that, Shannon. It's unblocked now. God, that's funny. Okay, what's this one? Is that a symbol of what they plan to do to white people? Yeah, Lois. Unblocked. Here's another one. The Kegler says, Satan is clearly balls deep in these people. You're correct. Unblocked. Obama backs into the White House. That is correct. Unblocked. Freaking YouTube, I swear. Obama is Satan. Unblocked. Kurnan, I'll scroll all the way to the top here to check on unblocked and blocked stuff, and says, I was in the Signal Corps. I didn't have field exercises. Good for you. I can't say that. I had many. Okay. I'm going to share one thing with you guys, and then I'm going to call it quits because this shit is just funny. This happened today. So back last year, let me find it real quick before I start talking because right now I can't do both at the same time. Where is it? Oh, I know where I put it. All right. So if you have, when you're in the military, when you get awards, most awards come with a certificate. Like if you get an Army Combination Medal or Silver Star or Bronze Star or your jump wings or your aviation wings, everything's got a certificate that comes with it. If you lose that certificate, you can submit, and each branch has a different location. For the Army, it's up in St. Louis, Missouri at our record section there. So you fill out this form online or what it is you're missing or you need, and they go back and they look at your file and your DD-214s. And if they see it's there and you were awarded it, then they will make a copy of it and send it to you. So when I moved into this house, a lot of my military awards were on this wall to my right here, your left. And all in frames. Weeks went by, months went by, and it was in the daytime and I had the blinds open and light was coming in, and I just caught something out of my corner of my eye, like a reflection that didn't look right. And I looked over and I leaned over and I looked closer, and I saw water condensation on the inside of the glass of that award that was hanging there. I was like, son of a bitch. And then I got to looking at each of them. They were all like that. put my glasses on so I could see it up close, and all of them were ruined. There was no way to get them out of there without that water touching them. So, long story short, it's been 6 months back, I guess, back around the first of the year. I filled out all the paperwork to get these awards redone and sent to me. And with COVID-19, they're way behind the power curve. Well, today, finally, I get this nice little package in the mail. And inside are the awards that belong to someone else. So, someone out there got their stuff and opened it up and went, who the fuck's Doug Ducote? What the hell is this? I wasn't a flight engineer on a Chinook helicopter. I worked in the kitchen or whatever. What the shit's this? I wasn't in Iraq. I was in Vietnam or who knows. Okay. But I can just imagine somebody opening up, probably the guy whose shit I got is going, what the shit? So it took all these months, 7 months, to finally get it. And normally, even before COVID, if you need to get something from military records to get updated, or whether it's something updated on your 214 or certificate or a medal or something that you were awarded, it's typically about 60 days max, unless you drive up there to St. Louis, and they will let you do that, and you can get it same day. Excuse me. But with COVID-19, it took 7 months to get here. It's somebody else's. So, I don't know. I'm going to try and call them tomorrow. I probably won't get anybody on the phone because of COVID-19. Who knows how many people they got working now in the awards section because of this. But I just thought, of all the people that can screw this up, it would be the United States Army. And they did. They did a great job of sending me awards that aren't mine. Some awards that I never even earned. They belong to some other guy. Anyhow, just thought that was funny. Now, I told my wife I'd only be on for 30 minutes. I've been on for an hour and 43, and I'm getting tired. Worked out great. And a bunch of you have stayed around and hung out with me tonight, and I sure do appreciate it. Like I say, it wasn't a night to talk about anything in particular other than answer some questions and just read some of the chats. And somebody just Manuel Mancata. God bless you and your family. God bless you, brother. Thank you for the donation there. Much, much appreciated. If I missed anyone that sent a donation, I thought I tried to call them out as I saw them. I'm very sorry if I didn't catch it. Going through here real quick just to verify. I think we're all good. So anyhow, hey, as always, say it with me, folks. Please say a prayer for our men and women serving in the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders, their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families, our president, and our country. And God bless each of you. Please tune in later today. Well, tonight, it's 2:51 in the morning. So at 8 o'clock Central Time tonight, I'll be doing the Douglas Ducote Show again. It's be Thursday. And hey, tell your friends and family about the show. Get them to come on over and subscribe to the channel. Uh, you know, tell them to come over and you know, just if you're here, then you know maybe they'll like the same things you like about me. And if you're on Facebook, a lot of you aren't, but if you are, uh, you can go to the Douglas Ducote Show that's on Facebook. It's got its own page, as well as American Patriot by the Grace of God. And I'm also, I don't really do much, probably about once a week. I will do something on here, but I'm on Instagram. Uh, and my Instagram is looks like that. Just says Douglas M. Ducote at the top of it, and a little picture there of me. So if you're on Instagram, go over there and follow me. I'll follow you back. And I post pictures there basically of me and my family, and you know, just some of the fun stuff we do or have done. Uh, Picture of me and my wife when we went and got our COVID test. uh, when we had that last hurricane, that Category 1 hurricane that came in last year, I thought it would be funny to put my scuba gear on before I went out and did the report. And I did a report, a live show, live in the hurricane, Category 1 coming in. That was fun. But just funny stuff. My kids. Oh, this was good. I put this on Facebook too, and some people just went absolutely batshit crazy that I'm some psycho. I was in bed. I was quarantined because I thought I had COVID, and my gun was on my nightstand, and I had it. I pulled it over because I didn't feel like reaching for it if I needed it while I was sleeping. I wanted it right there next to me because I was really, really sick. And so my wife snapped that picture, and oh my gosh. I think even put that in my community section here on YouTube. And there was a bunch of liberals that just freaked out over that. And I've got some old pictures in here. This is 1985 when I was crewing Huey helicopters. A young Doug Ducote. That's with Doc. If you don't know who Doc is, he's Gene Simmons from Kiss. It's his manager. And of course, that's me and my wife and a bunch of veterans that we took to see Kiss. And that's my wife right there with Gene Simmons' arm around her neck, squeezing her, and she's turning red. And pictures of me and my daughter, and just, you know, fun stuff. Don't know who that guy is, right? Good guy. Grew up in Nashville. Sir Peanut sleeping. Two of my really, really great friends. Delaney Jackson. He plays guitar for Mark Chestnut, country singer, and Darla Ray. She's the drummer for Mark Chestnut. And Darla and Timmy, her husband, plays bass guitar. Just super, super people. And every time we go up to Nashville or we catch them on a place on the road, we go to the show and go out to dinner or whatever. There's Mark. I present him with that's what those plaques are, a little thing we present them for helping vets out. Leonard Skinner, rock and roll, baby. I don't know who likes that picture more, my wife or Johnny Van Zant. Look at that smile. Those guys are great. Ted Nugent. By the way, he hates liberals and Democrats. Damn, that's an old picture. That was in Panama in 1989, coming back after a mission from Operation Just Cause. That's a young Doug Ducote right there. Oh, Sally. That's my outdoor dog. She refuses to come inside. Or refuses. And we make her come in because it's like a storm. She just whines at the door, sits there and whines and cries, does not want to be in the house. That's an old picture. Desert Storm. And this needs to happen real soon again. A Mai Tai kickback on Pensacola Beach. Can't wait. And I'll leave y'all with another one of Sir Peanut. These guys are great. Anyhow, y'all have a great night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me. And hopefully you can tune into the show tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to be pretty fired up as I dig more and more today, later after I get some sleep, into this, what happened to that little baby. And it's spreading right now. It's not just that little baby. It's other white people that these black people are doing this to against their will in many cases. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Have a great night, everyone. God bless you.